Good morning. It's Let It Heal Live. Thank you for joining us. I'm Amber Korobkina, and this is Shannon Burnett.
Hello.
We have a different co-host, which we'll talk about in a second. I'm glad that everyone's watching today because we're talking about a topic that affects everyone, foot health. It's a really important topic. Some people might not even realize that they have problems with their feet, and some people do realize, and it's the only thing that they can think about, because when your feet ache,
Everything aches.
everything aches. And, if you've got a job where you have to stand on them all day, it's not really a very good situation. So I'm looking forward to getting into the nitty-gritty, talking about the different foot conditions that there are and what can we do to resolve them. And first, I'd really like to welcome you, Shannon.
I'm so happy to be here.
It's nice to have you here as a
you.
co-host.
I know, it's nice.
Because you've been on the show before, and we've talked
Absolutely.
about detoxing and
Child rearing.
child rearing, which
That was fun.
pretty funny. But yeah, so twice you've been on the show. It's nice to have you back.
Thank you. It's
And
great to be
you're
here.
going to be with us every week,
Absolutely.
which is cool. But where's Amy gone? We're wondering. Amy's busy.
Amy's busy.
She's in love,
which is great for her.
which is wonderful. And I'm sure that if I had asked her, she would have spared some time to come back on the show. But I'm excited to have a co-host that's also involved in the Bowen technique.
Absolutely.
Because
yeah.
we see eye to eye on a lot of things. And Shannon, you're actually really well educated too, which is
I'd like to think so.
which is fun. You can get a little technical and geeky sometimes, and I'll have to
I'll
bring
try
you
to
down.
tone that down.
But we're going to be talking about, we're getting into some more controversial stuff. Foot health isn't so controversial. It's exciting because we all have feet. Most people do.
And a lot of them hurt.
And a lot of them hurt. And I'm excited because one of the products we're going to be talking about is in my heart and soul, and yours
Absolutely,
too, I'm
yeah.
sure. I've seen so many people get happy feet as a result of it, so that's good. Next week, though, is cancer, which is a little bit more controversial. Week after that, arthritis, which again is another prevalent disease it's just on the up and up because all of the baby boomers have had such a fun life and they've abused their joints and they're paying for it. And then the really controversial one, and the one that helped us to decide to be controversial, MS is going to be on the 27th
great.
of October, and there's a lot going on in the MS world today with the alternative treatments and the surgery and all that. So that's what we'll be talking about for the next few weeks, and it should be pretty interesting.
It'll be
We've got
exciting.
various guests. Today's guests, we've got three gentlemen joining us. We've got a kinesiologist, Rob Burke, will be speaking with us all about what he knows with regards to feet and how they affect the body. And Roland Sempre is also coming. Now, he's a fitness guru. He also has his own TV show, which we'll be talking about when he joins us.
Looks like it's going to be great.
Looking forward to seeing that next Monday. And he's an acupuncturist as well. He's a personal trainer. You name it, he does it. And he'll be talking about how to keep your feet healthy and happy. And Patrick Mallory,
Good morning.
thank you for coming.
My pleasure.
It's nice to see you. I don't see you often enough.
My apologies.
Yeah, well, you're busy looking after feet, right?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
Patrick is a big part of Barefoot Science, which is the product that Shannon and I both love for helping
Very much
feet.
so.
And Patrick knows a lot about aches and pains in the body and the feet and all that sort of stuff. Now, have you ever had foot problems, Patrick?
Yeah, I have had.
You have.
So
What sort of problems?
A particular problem called plantar fasciitis. And
Okay.
basically, it's when your foot's in pain. The muscles in your foot contract, and it's just painful. It's like having toothache in your foot.
Ow.
So that's the kind of the pain image
Not
that you
nice.
get.
I've never had that, but now is it on the top of the foot? I'm
No, it's on
being
the sole of the foot.
stupid.
It's on the sole of the foot.
I was going to do the same thing. I was like, can you
I hope
describe
I know
to
what
us what
that
plantar
is.
fasciitis is?
No, it's on the sole of the foot.
Anywhere on the plantar aspect
Yeah,
of the foot,
exactly.
on the bottom
exactly,
of the
yeah,
foot.
Yeah.
So it's fairly common. I know. I've treated it a lot with Bowen.
Supposedly, it's basically 25% of the North American population
Wow.
suffer from it at one part or one point in their life.
And a lot of
That's
people
huge-
probably don't even know that they've got
It's
a sore foot. Right?
Exactly,
That's all they know.
exactly. It's a difficult thing to get rid of because you have to realize where it's coming from, and it's not always just the foot muscles. It could be muscles in the lower limbs that are not working properly.
Right. So if
So-
someone screwed their knee up for some
Exactly,
reason, the body
exactly,
starts to compensate.
exactly.
I've seen it with the hips too.
Really?
Where people, if your hips are skewed, right?
It's going to affect your gait.
It's going to affect the way that you walk, and
That absolutely makes
maybe
sense.
one foot's going to get flatter and the other one will get a higher arch. I'm not
Yeah.
sure what happens,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I
yeah.
notice the hips have a lot to do with it. And you've probably worked on people with Bowen where it's totally resolved it.
Oh,
Sometimes it blows you away. And that's what I love about the Bowen technique, because there's certain times when the body corrects itself so quickly for something that's been around for so long. Most times, though, that's not necessarily the case. Or they might get a reduction in pain, but then they're going to go back to work in those work boots or whatever it is.
Do whatever they're doing that caused the issue in the first place.
And they're on those feet all day long. So this is where people start to hear ideas of maybe they should have orthotics in their shoes. And me as a Bowen therapist, I'm saying, no, take them out. They're gonna prevent the Bowen from doing its magic.
Absolutely.
And it's nice to have an alternative. I'd like you to introduce the idea of barefoot science and how that can help people with their pain.
Well, quite simply, it's barefoot science insoles do something that no other product does. It actually strengthens the muscles in your feet. You've got 20 muscles in your feet, and you're never going to exercise them because you can go to a gym. Do you ever see any exercise machines for feet? No. So what?
Aw, that's such a
The
good
poor
point.
neglected feet.
They get enough
But
work.
the reality is that our first introduction to life is through our feet. We get up in the morning, we're straight on our feet. And that's why all of a sudden we have these other products on the market like orthotics. We work differently to orthotics. Quite simply is we rehabilitate the muscles in the foot, whereas an orthotic will brace the muscles in the foot.
It does the work for them.
Exactly. I think there was a great analogy that you can bring to it, is that you're with trying to fix a problem, not keep it at its same level.
Yeah, status quo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. And I know the example that I've used with people is, I think I've told you this one. I've probably told you this one, but the two ideas of the orthotic doing all the work for the foot, it pretty much lets the foot get lazy. We see what happens when the foot muscles don't work. I equate it to if your child comes home and they've got straight A's in English, math, and science, but they've got a D in French. You going to do the homework for the kid? You know, like the orthotic
exactly,
would
yeah,
do?
yeah.
Or are you going to give the kids some tools to strengthen their French skills so that they can bring it up on their own? And I find that barefoot science seems to teach the foot how to work properly again. And it's almost empowering the body to do its own thing, right?
Well, it's
So-
forcing you as you mentioned, the aging population. As we age, we wear shoes, and we're an obligation to wear shoes. Shoes act a little bit like a brace, like a cast. They're built in a certain way that our foot muscles don't actually work.
Right.
So they atrophy, which is a weakening of the muscles in the foot. So as you can probably find in your practice, as people get older, they have flatter feet.
Oh, absolutely.
So flat feet, your knees will go inwards. Anatomically, you'll push your lower back forward to compensate.
Yeah.
What our product does is it realigns those muscles. It takes your foot back to where it was when it was healthy. It rebuilds your arch. So by rebuilding the arch, it straightens up the knees, so the knee problems go. It straightens up the back, so the lower back issues go. And one more thing it does is the shoulders, shoulder ache.
Really?
It's amazing.
Because the posture all of a sudden
Exactly.
is
We
proper.
did a study a couple of years back with some nurses, and 39% of them reported that they had reduced shoulder.
Wow. I want to talk about that study.
Yeah.
What we're going to do is we want to talk about exactly how barefoot science achieves this. I know that they're very affordable, so we'll have to touch on the price. We do need to take a short break, but I want you to answer the question about the studies and how they work and pricing, where people can buy them when we come back. So we'll just have
Awesome.
a quick break.
Thank you.
That affects almost 1 million Canadians today. If you have fibromyalgia, Let It Heal has a treatment that can help you. As advanced Bowen practitioners, we use a precise system of bodywork to initiate the body's ability to heal itself, with incredible results.
I've spent years looking for relief for my pain, and after only a few treatments at Let It Heal, the pain is gone and I can live my life again.
Call Let It Heal.
Do you
or
suffer from
drop by
back
their
pain,
clinic in
sciatica, or other debilitating conditions such as neck, shoulder, or foot pain? Find the relief you're looking for at Let It Heal.
As advanced Bowen practitioners, we use a precise system of bodywork to initiate the body's ability to heal itself, with incredible results.
I've spent years looking for relief for my pain, and after only a few treatments at Let It Heal, the pain is gone and I can live my life again.